Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The USA trounced Brazil 122-87. They will play Serbia for the third time on Thursday in one gold medal. The defending World Cup champion, Germany, played the 2022 Olympic silver medal finalist, France, in the other silver medal in the other semifinal. Devin Booker was the USA's leading scorer. He had 18 points on 5 made threes. The U.S. shot the ball extremely well, Ocho. They were 58% from the floor, 48% from the three, 90% from the free throw line. LeBron left the game, caught an elbow to the eye, ended up getting stitched, left in the third quarter. He had 12 points. Joel Embiid had his most impressive outing in the Olympics. He had 14. We mentioned Devin Booker had 18. Kevin Durant had 11. Anthony Davis had 13. Ant-Man had 17. 122-87. They dominated. They started out. This is the way I expected them to play. Yeah. This is how I expected them to look. And they've been winning in dominating fashion. You never know who's going to be the hot man on a given night, Ocho. Yeah. Given what we have to offer, and for them guys to sacrifice, because every guy is the guy on their team, and for them to sacrifice shots, to sacrifice minutes, to sacrifice whatever they're having to sacrifice for the commonality of the one thing: win the gold medal and represent the USA in the highest form. Kudos to this team. Go silver medal match with Serbia. Nikola Jokic is in front of them with a chance to go to the gold medal round. Ocho, when you watch this game, what'd you like about what you saw?
I mean, they were out there having fun. I understand the pressures. I understand it's the Olympics, but they were out there having fun. Obviously, Brazil's team is not of size. They don't really have any bigs down there. Joel Embiid, even though when you look at from a matchup standpoint, they didn't really need him based on his size and being 7'1", but he played anyway. And when he did play, he played a little different than what we're used to for our bigs. You want your bigs inside as opposed to outside, but he played the outside game, and mid-range was on. He was shooting good from the field. He was shooting a three, and everybody else was having fun. Devin Booker leading the charge. Anthony Edwards had a great game. And like you did say, everybody contributed in a great way. And listen, Steve Kerr, I mean, his job is very difficult because
for sure.
Do you think everyone is still happy? Do you think everyone is still happy? When you look at it, I know the common goal is the win goal, but I know they want to be able to put on their skill and represent their country and be a contributor for the most part as one of the reasons why they won gold. So I think players want to get their minutes and be able to score. And I think there are still some rumblings of people not happy with the way things are going.
Well, I think everybody should be happy with the minutes they got. If you look at it, the role player, the second unit played more minutes than the starters.
Right.
I mean, no starter played more than 17 minutes. And you look at Jason Tatum, he had 20 minutes. Kevin Durant had 21 minutes. Bam had 19 minutes. Ant-Man had 18 minutes. Derek White had the same number of minutes as the starters. The only person that didn't play double-digit minutes was Tyrese Halliburton. And he played 8 minutes. He was one from the field. But I think the thing now is that now every team that you face now can beat you. So it doesn't matter. It's not a situation where, hey, coach, I need to get my 10, 15, 20 minutes. No, Steve Kerr is going to run the guys that he feel. Obviously, the starters are going to start. We'll see how LeBron, I see if it holds up. I don't think he's going to miss any time. No. Joel Embiid had a little minor ankle injury that he ended up leaving the game late in the third quarter. Was it the third quarter that he left, Ash, or the fourth? But he ended up leaving the game with an ankle injury. But the reigning world champs is Germany. We know what the French possess. They have Wemby, they have Gobert, they have Fournier. So they have and the Germans, they have Dennis Schroeder, they have the Wagner brothers. So and Serbia, we already know who's on that team. The three-time league MVP and Bogey, shooting guard from the Atlanta Hawks. So these last three teams. The potential that the Americans could face with play Serbia in the semifinals, and then potentially Germany or France could beat them, and they know that. And so I expect them to be on their best behavior.
Whoa, you got too much dip on your chip now. They have some good players. They have some good players, but the chance of them actually beating the U.S. is slim to none. That's not going to happen. You got a better chance of finding Jimmy Hoffa and any of the teams that are left in contention than beating the USA team, especially knowing that because of who they're playing, I think the players are going to raise their level of play even more.
The thing is, Ocho, is that the one thing, Sun Yu say, you never underestimate
your opponent. Yes, sir.
And you never overestimate yourself.
Okay.
And you'll be fine. Because there's a reason why the pros have come playing now. Remember? The pros didn't used to play.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a knockout round now, Ocho. One game?
Sir. Yeah, you added it.
Think about football. Think about how many teams have gotten man, ain't no way they can lose this game.
Yeah.
In one game, anything can happen. You a tweaked ankle, you a bad foul, you a terribly rough game.
Right. I think, but listen, in order for that to happen, hypothetically speaking, they would have to play horrendous. Everybody would have to be shooting horrible from the field. Steph threes wouldn't be falling. LeBron really can't get it going. Anthony Edwards can't have he's off rhythm. KD, not efficient from the field. I just don't see it happening, even though I understand what you're saying. I understand the analogies. Never underestimate your opponent and never overestimate yourselves. But I don't see it happening. I see the players raising their level of play, understanding it is the knockout stage, and not giving anyone a chance to even contend or give us that feeling that we even have a chance to lose. And I think they'll make a statement when they do play. Who they play?
Serbia.
Coming up. Yeah, when they play Serbia. I think they're gonna make a statement to let folks know, to let us know we ain't got nothing to worry about stateside.
And plus also, Ocho, you got to realize the host country team is still in it.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever heard of home cooking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard of home cooking, but you come on now. Don't do me like that.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't see it happening. I understand you have to play the fence. You got to play the fence, but
no. Look, I'm just saying. I'm not naive enough to believe that on a given moment anything can happen. One game. Do I believe any of these teams could beat this team? Could beat the U.S. team 4 out of 7? No.
Right. Oh no.
On a given night.
Oh, so you saying a given night? Okay.
Yeah. Somebody get hot.
But even then, though, Unc,
Jokic goes for 50, 20, and 10.
Oh no, that ain't happening. Maybe on 2K. He may be on 2K, but not over there in Paris. And I mean, he's capable of doing it when we see him in an NBA atmosphere. That's different. You got to understand the players that are surrounding him when he's able to put up 50, whatever the stat line you just put up here.
Yes.
But now in this atmosphere, you have great play. He doesn't have those elite players surrounding him. He has one or two guys on his team that can contend and challenge those on the U.S. team. But no, I don't see it happening.
He doesn't need to have that kind of talent. He just needs to have guys that understand how to play international ball, which he has, which they've played together more than this team. Remember, they put this team together. This team has only been together a month.
Yeah.
How long you think the Serbian team been playing together?
Hey, listen, probably since they were little kids.
Exactly.
They probably came up through the same academy, the same. You know how that goes over that way.
That's why. I mean, look at Schroeder. Schroeder was FIBA player MVP.
Mm-hmm.
A guy he overestimated his hand because the Lakers had 84 million. He wanted 100
he said
million.
No.
He's been playing kind of like mid-level exceptions or $10 million deal when he could have had $20 million. But
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question. You would know better than me. The fact that he turned down that 84 million, is there a chance he can still get it now, or is that gone?
That ain't happening. He's not getting a $100 million contract. That's not happening.
Even with the way he's playing now?
Nope.
Shit.
Nope.
Hey, sometimes they tell you to bet on yourself. This is one of the first cases where betting on yourself and then go right.
But see, that's the thing, Ocho. We only hear the successes. I bet on myself and I turn. But what happens when you bet on you bet on yourself and it doesn't go accordingly.
Yeah.
But I love what I saw today. I love the way they moved the ball.
Right.
31 assists, Ocho. Only 11 turnovers. Did a good job on the glass. 46 rebounds. Out-rebounded them by 12. 11 offensive rebounds. You can live with that. It's going to be hard. The U.S. team play like this. Mm-hmm. You let them shoot 58% from the floor. You're not beating them. You're not beating them. You're not beating them. They shot 48, almost 49% from the three. You're not beating Americans. You let them shoot 122 points. It
ain't happening.
Hell no. You're not beating them like that.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid didn't play the entire second half, so he got nicked before the half. I think they were up 27 at the half. I think they were up 63-36, something like that. I think it seemed there was no doubt, although we know the Serbians came back and beat the Australians. They were down by 24, and they came back and beat them in overtime. But once I'm looking at I'm like, nah, this a wrap. Now just make sure nobody in a game like this, Ocho, you try to make sure nobody gets injured.
Get hurt.
You know, hey, come on. LeBron. Hey, Curry, still book. Come on. Hey, y'all take it over, guys. And it was good. I mean, it was a great all-around performance, very unselfish. LeBron had 9 assists. Obviously, some great passes to Jason Tatum. But I like this. It's going to be awful tough to beat this team if they play like this, Ocho. Nike have a little something in store for Kevin Durant to celebrate him becoming the Team USA's basketball all-time Olympic leading scorer. After KD was left out there, Nike's original Winning Isn't for Everyone Olympic campaign and voiced his frustration with the omission, Nike gave him his own commercial today, narrated by Deion Sanders. There's a reaper. Every 4 years, your time runs out. You might forgot your debt, but he's ready to collect. Coach Prime says in the commercial, as highlights of Durant play in the background. Oh, we can't play that, can we? Damn.
Why we can't?
Because I like our monetization button.
Okay, my bad.
Look, we know what Kevin Durant is.
Yeah.
Would I be surprised if KD isn't on the team in 2028? I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's only 4 years. And I know KD, that'll be year 22. I think KD's a year, it'll be year 21 or 22 for KD.
How old is he?
KD, 35? 36? He's 35 or 36. 35. So in 4 years, 39. Hell, LeBron 40.
Yeah. I mean, if his body holds up, I mean, he should be able to do it. He should be able to do it.
I wouldn't be surprised at all, Ocho, if he's there trying to go for a fifth gold, potential fifth gold medal if they were to go out and close out business and do what they're supposed to do in this situation. But very well deserved. We know he's the greatest scorer in Olympic history. Now he's the all-time leading scorer in men's. He's the all-time leading scorer in Olympic history, right? Not just U.S. history, Olympic history.
Matter of fact,
or is it Oscar Schmidt? U.S. men and women. Oscar Schmidt might be number one from the look at Brazil, because he's the one that made the U.S. Go get when he put that outstanding performance on him. He dropped 48 on the head.
Matter of fact, if the Brazilian is the greatest Olympic scorer, right? I have a question. Is KD the greatest NBA scorer of all time in your estimate? What you think?
I mean, until somebody averaged 50 for a season.
Yes, then
44 for a season like Will average 44, average 50, 44, 38. Right.
Yeah,
he's the only man ever to score 4,000 points in the season. It all depends. Is he the most efficient scorer?
Right.
I mean, people keep saying, so what is LeBron? If one guy has the most points ever been scored,
right,
and he shoots at a higher percent,
that's
what
are
we talking about?
Right.
I mean, it's apples to oranges. Is it Kobe? Is it Jordan? Is it James Harden? Look, we've never seen anything like Kevin Durant.
Right.
A guy that's 7 foot tall, can put the ball on the floor, can shoot the three. He's great at the mid-range. He doesn't fall in love with the three, even though he's good from that distance. He'll get to the mid-range. He can put the ball on the floor, get all the way to the rim. Right. And if you foul him, he's going to make 90% of his shots. He's very unique in that way. And so, I mean, analytics, it all depends on what you're looking for. Jordan had the mid-range. Jordan didn't have a three-point shot like this.
Right.
Kobe didn't have a three-point shot like Kevin Durant.
Right. But when they did shoot from the three, they were efficient, though.
No, they shot. Kobe was like 34, 33%. Jordan was like 33, 32%. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's okay. Matter of fact, the fact that you just mentioned Jordan, somebody on Twitter earlier, right? Matter of fact, right before we started the show, they made a comment. I told them that it would be at the top of the show, but the fact that you brought up Jordan, and you would be able to answer it better than me. He said Michael Jordan could not play in today's NBA. He would just be an average player.
Huh?
Listen. That's what they said. I'm not sure what they're basing that off of.
I don't know either.
And then his follow-up was the players in today's era are much more athletically gifted as opposed to what Jordan had to face. I don't know. From a basketball standpoint, my knowledge isn't as great as yours. I just want to hear a short answer on what you think.
I disagree with him.
Okay. So even though the players today are athletically
I'm not
better.
saying he's going to average. I'm not going to say he's going to. I mean, maybe but it's hard to average that without the three ball. It depends. And knowing Jordan like we know him, he's going to work on that shot.
Right.
Because now you can't foul him. You know, it's hard to hand check below the free throw line.
Okay.
And you can't arm bar. They let you arm bar. They let you at least put your forearm in the guy's back.
Right. So
Jordan is going to be Jordan.
Right. No matter what.
They're just more. I would explain it like this, Ocho.
Yeah.
When I played in the NFL, there were only a couple of tight ends that could do what I do.
Yes, sir.
There are a lot more guys that are as athletic.
Right.
I'm not saying they're Jordan, but as athletic.
Right.
Do I believe that the skill level, there are more skilled players now playing than they were back then? Yes. Right. Just like there are the players now, they starting out, Ocho, with what? That 707 camp, they going to 707 at 8, 9 years old.
Right.
They don't know about no damn football camps.
Right.
And first of all, if they were, we had no money. You ain't going to no University of Georgia. That's $50, $75. Right. Who got that? So, Jordan was going to be Jordan. I mean, here's the thing, and I'll say it like this. Great players, Jordan is a historically great player.
So he adapted,
great player.
He adapted any era.
He adapted any era.
Okay.
No matter the sport.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I like that.
Ocho. Yeah. Before the game, Devin Booker said he still doesn't see eye to eye with Noah Lyles. I still don't agree with the comment. I feel like all the best talent in the world is in the NBA. And that's coming from an Olympic gold medalist who believe that being in the NBA champion is probably harder to do. Devin, this was a moot point. It was dead. We had put this to bed. Why are you bringing it up?
You woke it back up, huh?
Yes. And I disagree with you. It is not harder. Because you know why? Because you can play. You cannot run. If anything below your waist is bothering you, you ain't winning. We've seen guys with toes, with arches, with Achilles. We've seen guys be able to tape things up and play. We've seen guys play with broken legs. We've seen guys play with what did Ray have? A dislocated elbow.
Yeah, I remember that.
We saw a guy at the Rams, Jack Youngblood, played with a broken leg. Tell me what you gonna do in track and field with a broken leg. You tell me what Olympic sport you're gonna be able to do with a broken leg, Devin.
None. You know, I think track athletes, they do have injuries. The injuries are minimal, and they're injuries that they can.
You're not winning.
They can suppress to compete.
You can't win though. You cannot win.
But think about it, Unc, at that level, we talk about the best of the best, the elite athletes. You think there are athletes in Paris that might not be injured or might have little nicks,
and they're not winning because it's so easy. Remember, what did Justin Gatlin say? 9-7 ain't catching 9-7.
Right.
So if I run 9-8 and you run 9-8 and you injured, how you beat me?
That's a good one. But you know what? See, now my football sense is coming in. So I'm thinking about when you get to the playoffs. Hell, everybody on the team is nicked up. Everybody hurt at that point, especially that far into the season. So when I think about track, I'm thinking all you've done, the qualifying, the prelims, there's always something. You're not 100% healthy. So I'm always thinking as track athletes, to get the wear and tear of your body to even get to the point to qualifying to be in goddamn Paris. I'm thinking maybe there's always something, not enough to would affect you in winning a race, but you're not 100% healthy. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
You ain't winning nothing in track and field because everything is leg dominated.
Yeah.
Unless you're a shooter. Now, if you go to the Olympics, Ocho, you know what I'm saying? If you shooting, I got to pull hamstring, and I'm a shooter, and I'm doing archery. But if I'm swimming, if I'm doing gymnastics, if I'm running, most of the Summer Olympics is leg dominated. It's from waist down. What if you nick? And here's the thing: I'm not saying you can't compete,
right?
But like you said, the levels are so here. It's so even. Think about this. Look at the time, the distance. Look at the time differential between first and fifth.
Yeah.
You think a guy can be hurt and win?
Yeah, you're right.
When the talent is right here, everything is right here. It's down to thousandths of a second.
The margin of error is so slim. Margin of error is so slim. I got you.
We're gonna have a special guest tomorrow. We can ask him. We're gonna, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and let the rabbit out of the rabbit out the bag or the cat out the hat or whatever the case may be.
The rabbit out the bag. The rabbit is in the hat.
Out the bag.
The cat out the bag.
Yeah, the cat out the bag. The red damn got me trying to sound like Ocho. We're gonna have former world record holder in the 400 meters, the 200 meters.
Yeah.
Two-time Olympic gold medal in the 400. Yeah. The only man.
Who that?
Michael Johnson.
Oh, boy, we got Mike coming on the show, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go, man.
So Michael Johnson will join us tomorrow.
I got a story about Mike, but I ain't gonna say it because you ain't gonna believe me. You ain't gonna believe me. I'm gonna let him tell you. Goddamn Mike, boy. That's my dog.
He'll explain it to you in the running because that's the thing. Can I get enough races in my leg? I give you a prime example. Look at Athene Mo.
She the real deal in the 800, boy.
We see that when it's close and you injured, them girls beat you.
Right.
Girls would never beaten her when she's 100% healthy.
Oh no. So, but you know what? Her injury was significant, though. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a hamstring, right?
It was, and she didn't get the training in. So now you don't get the training in.
Yeah. Hey, them soft tissue injuries ain't nothing to play with, right?
To be able to turn over and to go through the rounds.
Yes, sir.
Maybe if it's a Diamond League meet, they paying you to come over. You just running one race. But when you got to go through rounds, it's a little bit more difficult. Yeah. That's why, and the expectations. That's why you tip your hat off to the favorite. Usain Bolt, every year he went to the Olympics, he was the favorite in the 100 and the 200. And the weight of the expectation and his country, they wait 4 years for the Olympics. They're a guy. Yeah. He has the weight of a country on his back. Some of these athletes have the weight of a country. We have basketball, we have football, we have soccer, we have so many other sports. But a lot of these countries, they hang their hopes. These men and women are national heroes. Yeah. I can imagine the welcome that Julian Alfred's going to get when she goes back to St. Lucia.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about a country. Listen, I understand. When they go back to their hometowns, I'm sure they're going to get a ticker tape parade.
Yeah, it's different.
About a country.
It's different.
A country.
Different.
Usain Bolt is the most popular Jamaican times over. Yeah. Whoever you thought the most popular Jamaican was, other than Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. I was just going to say Bob.
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Usain number 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you're right.
And they hang everything on their men's and women's track team. It's conducive, and there were people like, why Jamaica? Because of the climate. It's conducive. Look at the states that produce the fast guys. Texas, the climate. Florida, the climate. Georgia, the climate. California, the climate.
Yes, sir.
Jamaica, you can go to Jamaica year round.
Yeah.
You might have a storm here or there, but the weather is ideal.
Right.
The Kenyans, it's perfect. You're above altitude, you're training about 7,000 feet. So when you come, lungs are full of air.
Yeah.
Full of oxygen. That's why you get in the hyperbaric chamber, because hyperbaric chamber is altitude. That's why they sleep in those. They train in that, Ocho. They're running. They're sleeping in that. That's why they go to, where's the Olympic training facility for the U.S. track team? Colorado Springs. Elevation over 7,000 feet.
Right.
So it was great. It's going to be great catching up with Mike.
Oh, Mike, man.